Hey guys, what's up? So Brandon here, Ikata Trading. Um, so as promised, I'm going to give a breakdown on the trade that I took not yesterday, day before, and why it lost or why I think it lost. I think this is important for all traders to do. You don't necessarily have to do a video or a breakdown on it for other people to see, but I think it's important for you as a trader to do for yourself, right? This helps you grow, this helps you learn. And on looking at the trade that I took, I think I know what I did wrong. And I ignored something that I should not have ignored. I still believe cells are the name of the game for GU. I think the problem was that I ill timed it. And let me explain why. So I'll just revisit my previous analysis so you can understand why I took it in the first place. But then I'll discuss with you why I think it lost. So when you go up to the monthly time frame, you can tell if you zoom out all the way, GU is a bear market. And when you zoom in to present price, you can also see that it's been bullish for the better part of 2022 going into 2023. But then from July of this year to present, it's been bearish, meaning the overall direction and the current direction are aligning, they are synchronization. And I mean, one of the things that I could have probably taken into consideration, but I didn't, would have been the fact that the previous month, which would have been October's month, slowed down significantly in momentum. But that's not the problem here. Have taken trades with this before, and that is not necessarily the determining factor for whether or not you win or lose the trade. When you come down to the weekly time frame, this is where it starts to kind of make a little more sense. You see, the fact that there's consolidation in here on the weekly time frame, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks we have had no real movement on GU, right? And my biggest issue that I think I overlooked it, is there's liquidity trapped in here. And this is something I know, but I ignored it. All right. I'm not sure why I ignored it, but I'm telling you that I did. And I know that there's liquidity trapped in here. What do I mean by that? I mean that obviously anyone in this week selling would have been selling and the stops would have been above here. Anyone in this week selling would have been selling somewhere in here and their stops would have been above here. Meaning, if the dealer really wants to drive the market further, if he does not have enough liquidity to do so, guess what? Where do you think he's going to go for it? At the very least, something like that, right? Now, here's the thing, and this should have been the precursor for me to get out. When you come down to the daily time frame, you have a bull trend being created, meaning the dealer is now inducing buys. We have NFP tomorrow. If the dealer is inducing buys, it's very likely that he's going to drop the market on GU tomorrow because he wants you to buy. He wants you to buy. I think that's what he's likely trying to do. He wants you to buy so that you can buy up into this level, right? And then drag you the wrong way. But let me explain why I should have gotten out. When you come down to the 1 hour, I believe. Yeah. So on the 1 hour, this is where I actually had my entry. So I was looking at this same level, right? And what do I see on this level? Traders interested in sells. There was a breakout and no retest, meaning the buy of this breakout would not have held. Traders would not have seen this as a buy breakout. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, but it'll be in the minority. The It break back underneath the same zone and it retested again, making sellers believe that yes, sells are definitely the name of the game. Sells here again, and then finally taking out sellers with this move to then come below the same zone. So anybody with sells who had stop losses above this zone would have been taken out by this move. I said, and I quote, and I will probably try to link this analysis to the previous analysis I did. I said, and I quote, I believe that the dealer is probably likely to consolidate the market above this trend line, this bull trend line here, because he still wants to continue to induce the buyers, and that he did. That he did. And he consolidated there for the better part of a day going into yesterday. All right. And then he dropped it below the trend line and he brought it back up. Didn't worry me. I was like, all right, cool. That's not worrying at all. And then he dropped it again and then he brought it back up. And that should have been my sign to say, hey, Brandon, get out. Why? Because if indeed this is trying to sell, two rejections to the downside in the same day around the same area is a precursor to tell you, hey, I don't have enough liquidity to go down further. I'm trying and I'm failing. What this is actually synonymous with, what I think I ignored, is the exhaustion. That's what I ignored. And I just decided, you know what, NFP, let me see if it'll do what it has to do and go and do what I wanted to do. And I ignored it. And obviously now I'm paying the price. I do still believe that the dealer will try to induce buyers yet again. And he may even try to take out sellers one more time before it actually drops. But again, I'll give an analysis on that early in the morning before NFP tomorrow. But I do want to highlight that I wasn't supposed to take this loss, and this is purely and entirely my fault for taking it. And again, I'm no stranger to losing, but I like to discuss when I do lose, because obviously it gives you clarity on what I could have done better, and maybe even what you could do better. So let this be a lesson learned from my mistake. You see something that is suggesting something to you, maybe, just maybe, you should try to listen to it. And I'm not saying that I'm absolutely gonna not make this mistake again. We're human beings, and sometimes, you tend to ignore things. I'm not gonna make excuses. Oh, I was busy. I wasn't. I'm being honest. I wasn't that busy yesterday. I could have gotten out, and I didn't. And well, I took a loss here. Good thing about it is, and this is the beautiful thing about it, is like I said at the start of the position when I took the trade, I said that I was happy with the risk I was risking on this trade. I was completely happy. I was completely content, and I lost some money. That's fine. It's nothing compared to what I have made in the past, and that's the good thing about it, right? That's how it should be. It should be a small loss, a small win, a big win, or break even. It should never be a big loss. You're looking at it and it's a lot of pips, but again, you don't understand what lot size I use. I'm not gonna tell you either, but that's fine. That being said, guys, I think I'm done there for the day. I don't think I'm going to try to take anything else for the day. I am going to probably take a rest, take a break for the rest of the day. And yeah, let me know what you think. Do you do this? Do you do a post analysis on winning trades and losing trades? Do you do this? Right? Do you observe what you could have done better? Do you try to make changes? If you're not, that's probably why you're consistently losing. Have a great day, guys. Have a good one for NFP. I don't advise taking any trades. I highly advise against trying to do anything going into the rest of this week. But again, obviously, you don't have to listen to me. That being said, have a good one, guys. See you soon.